What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back and we're diving back into some more Elden Ring. And today I want to give you my build that I used to take down Radahn solo by myself, no summons. And I had to stay consistent because I was rocking the great katanas my whole playthrough. So it only made sense that we took them down with both of these weapons. So we're going to go over the weapons, the armor, everything you need to know to make sure you're successful, and the strategy I utilized while fighting Radahn as well. A family, without further ado, let's dive in. So with this build, I was doing about 2,500 damage on Radahn, which was good because this is my peak performance build, meaning when you are at maximum health, you do 10% more damage. So let me go ahead and show you some of the things I got going on. It's hard because there's no more bosses for me to fight, for me to showcase this on the actual boss fight, but if you want to see how much damage I was doing, you can watch my last video when I actually took down Radahn, and I was actually using this exact build in that video. I didn't get any damage. So starting off, the weapon I use, I talked about great katana, so naturally I'm using the Dragon Hunter's great katana. Have it leveled out to maximum level 10. It has a C scaling strength and dexterity. Then I also paired it off with the Rakshasa's great katana, which is one is a scaled higher towards B for dexterity. And the difference between this weapon is a couple of things. So it's a berserker weapon, meaning that as you're attacking, you're less likely to get staggered from counterattacks, but also increases the damage you're taking. So yeah, you have higher poise with this weapon, but also too, you got to be careful because you're gonna take more damage. That's the big thing. There's no way around it. You're gonna take more damage in this situation. So I paired that off with this weapon, which is good standard weapon, no other caveats to it. And I like this weapon a lot because sometimes I didn't necessarily utilize my Rakshasa skill, especially in boss fight. It's kind of hard because in this game, I will tank the boss's attacks. Yes, they won't stagger me and I'll have poise. The problem with that is bosses hit so hard and so fast and you don't want to get caught in their combos. And that's the opportunity why you don't use your attacks like this. The great katanas, I love them, but they are slow. They are slow weapons. So look, it takes like a half a second for your attack. Almost a full second for your swing to get off. And a lot of times the bosses in the DLC are way too fast and you can't hit them. That's why sometimes, specifically with bosses, I will utilize my double thrust dashing attack or my jumping attack. You find your opening, then you do your jumping attack. This is a dex build. You're going to be utilizing dodging. There's no shield. There's nothing else. This is for people that want to play solo, one-on-one with the boss, so no other distractions. And you want to be able to dodge, get into position, get your 2 strikes in, and dodge attack or jump attack. You can strike with one katana. If you find yourself in a situation, the dodge poke is really useful. I use it a lot on Radahn. But if you're in a situation where you don't have that, you see this attack is good. You hit with both weapons, but it's a little bit kind of slow. So play style with this style is dodging, get out of the way. Then use your jumping attack or your thrusting attack with both weapons. So now let's talk about the actual build. Let's get back to it. So we got the 2 weapons. We maxed them both out. We talked about that as well already. Armor. So a couple of things. So in the past, I was using the Rakshasa armor. But going against Radahn, that man hits very, very hard. So I was like, nah, you gotta put some armor on. Even though it gives you around roughly, 2% more attack damage and 1% you take more damage. Damage is nice that you get from it, don't get me wrong. But if you can't survive the fight because you're just getting clapped, then what's the point? And yes, I know you're gonna be dodging all over the place. But at the same time, at some point in the fight, you're gonna get hit. So being able to have some good defense, which will allow you to stay in the game longer, equals more DPS. And that's the monster hunter thing. The longer you can stay in the hunt, the more DPS you're doing. If you're doing so much DPS but you get hit and one time you got to go back to the camp or you lose a fight, what's the point? You lost all your momentum. So this is the armor I put on. For this, you want to make sure you have endurance at least 40 so you can have everything and you can still medium roll. Light roll is great. You go faster, you run faster. But oh my god, where does enemy come from? But in a situation where I want to just have a medium roll, this is good enough for me. Medium roll is good. Where the hell is this enemy at? You interrupted my video. What's wrong with you? Where are you? I'm gonna kill you. Magic got so strong in the DLC. It's absolutely insane. So anyway, no way, not that one way over there. No way. Anyways, moving along. We have our armor, equip some armor. that will allow you to withstand some hits. And you feel comfortable. Medium rolls all you need, and you can take a couple of hits. So going into the equipment, what makes this a peak performance build? So we want to make sure that we can heal all the way. And you don't want to use double chugging because then you're losing your flask. So I got the Crimson Seed Talisman, and you get that from doing the quest in the church, and I'll show you the location. You get the church right over here. Go in here, talk to this dude. He gives you a bell. Go down here, you ring the bell here, and you get the Crimson Talisman. That's how you get it. So I recommend that because you're going to be chugging sometimes in the fight, and it'll help you chug more, so you're chugging less, so you can stay more focused on fighting. Remember, there's other ways to get DPS besides armor. It's how long you can stay in the game without having to, oh man, I gotta go find a safe spot to go chug twice. So just chug once and keep your health up higher. Jumping attack, the Claw Talisman, it's a non-negotiable for this playstyle, this weapon, this loadout. You're doing a lot of jumping attacks. And I believe this one increases your jump attack by 10 to 15%. Someone correct me, I think it's 15%. And that's extra damage. You already do more damage when you're double jumping with both your weapons by L1 versus just R1. Oh my god, what the hell's happening here? That wasn't an enemy, so we just kind of went down here. I guess it's somewhere in there. Oh, is that fool right there? It's him. Oh, well, we found you now, but whatever. So, jumping talisman is why it's important. This one, Erdtree's favorite. I like it. It's overall just a good talisman. Raises your maximum HP, raises your stamina. HP is important, stamina is important, so you can run and dodge. You're using dual heavy weapons, so they take a lot of stamina. So the more stamina you have, the better. Equip load is important as well because this one allows you to put your heavier armor, put all your weapons on, and not have to worry about bat rolling. Ritual Source Talisman. This is the bread and butter of the build. If you notice, when I'm at full health, my health is, I get 10% more increased damage, and this is where the actual Crimson Talisman comes into play because I heal so much, I can pop a heal and I'm already at full health, and allows me to have this glowing aura around me, which allows me to do even more damage to my enemies. So one, in this build, this is a super comfy build. I'm strong, do good damage, but also I can tank some hits. I can go toe to toe with every single boss and enemy in the game, get a couple of hits before I have to retreat to go heal and get back into the game. Nothing else. Everything else is bonus if you want to put. The only downside with these weapons is you can't like imbue it with any kind of elements, so that's why some people might want to, you could potentially not use a Rakshasa katana, and you can use the standard gray katana because this one allows you to put elements and effects on it. It's a standard weapon, so you can put fire, lightning, bleed. You can put an Ash of War to make it have 101 bleed buildup compared to the 55 that it comes standard. So there's a lot of things you can do to switch it up your weapon, but ultimately, if you're rocking two katanas, the most important part of the build is this assortment down here, because this is what's going to allow you to play style to do a lot of damage, but also protect yourself and get in and out of battle. So we got this dude over here on max health. Let's see how much damage you're doing him. And it's also important. Look at that, 2,500. Same thing right on. So if I want to heal, you notice I'm back at full health. Up, make sure you're not missing. Boom. Also look at that. Before this guy will destroy us. You know, look at that. He did his full combo. We got 3 hits, and we're not dead. So it's important to make sure you can stay in the game. Being in the field to stay in the fight is important. So get out of here. And naturally, yep. And these are probably the hardest enemies in the game, I would say. And with the peak performance build, naturally, as you're fighting the boss, you're gonna get pretty good at knowing their moveset, and that's where, for me, I was able to stay at full health number against Radahn for a good amount of time because of the fact that I fought him so much. I knew his moveset, which allowed the peak performance build to work really, really well. There's some other things you can do to put on here. Say you don't want to use jumping attack, or you don't want to use this one. There's some other items you can put that gradually increases your health over time, such as this one right here. But it's kind of slow, as you can see. Other things you can do to make this a super peak performance build is you can also, but this won't work against the bosses. You can also switch it out. This will work against regular enemies, as you restores HP upon defeating enemies. So you'll find an enemy, you kill him. Let's see how much HP we get back after you kill an enemy with this. which will cut down on how many flasks we're using, this is good for an exploration build. But in a boss fight, you're only fighting one enemy, and if that boss doesn't die, you're not gonna be able to take advantage of it. So this enemy's right here. Let's see how much we get. So a good amount of health. So it allows you to kind of stay in the game. Oh, stay in the game, get some health back. The slow recovery one, I wouldn't use as much. So now let's see. Okay, we got this one right here. 2800. Look at that. It's a riskier build because we have to make sure we don't get hit. But now, are we back at full health? Oh shit, he hit me before I could get to it. Boom, we got some health back. So this is the build that I utilize to take down Radahn. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. Enjoying the game, enjoying my time with it. Next thing I want to check out is this weapon, because I didn't use it on my playthrough, but I got it while doing some quests as well. We'll check this weapon out. Sort of nice, very popular weapon, so look out for that video also next. My family, until next time, dear gamers, signing out.